July 28th, 1980, morning session continued.
नाक बंद करून ठेव. प्राणाची गती घालतो त्याच्यावर कुठे कमी पडले का पडले त्याचा हलवं काय आणलेला आहे प्राणाचं दुःख सांगतो. आता जे बोलतो सर्व कारण माणसाला बरेच जण गरजेने केलेला होता त्याला भेटतो डॉक्टरला सांगतो की आम्ही भेटतो.
He again repeats, what I am talking is mystic knowledge can be digested rarely by anybody. For all other common people, I just recommend bhajan. Some sages, the moment they see some common people coming, they will shout from a distance only, come on, you bhajo Hari only. They will not expound knowledge to them.
अशी संधीने असा योग सहसा नाही.
It is surely your good luck that you have got this opportunity to directly talk.
आचार्य वाचनासोबतच आचार्य वाचना
In such association, there will be complete fulfillment of all desire, or rather the termination of all desire.
पण आमच्या स्वप्नात आपण म्हणजे काय पडतो परब्रह्म आणि मुंबई सारखीच आहे. मुंबई कुठे जातो मुंबईला कधी भूक लागते मुंबईला ताण लागते मुंबई कोणाचे मुलचे चालतो याचं नाव पण मुंबईने कोणाच्या बरं कोणी वाईट केला त्याच्यात झाला आहे पण मला वाईट करून देऊ याचं नाव पण बाळा पडला संसार वाढवा आणखी संसार कमी करू नका. वैराग्य आणि वैचार म्हणजे वैराग्य नाही तर मिथ्या चाललं आहे वैराग्य. वैराग्य बघ वैचार आहे संताप आहे.
He said, if my thoughts click in you, because if they are fully driven home to you, then do whatever you like. You need not renunciate anything. You have to only understand.
बरोबर आहे. संसारात काय चालवून करू नका एकच बाबत आत्मदा बोलला हे संपन खोटं आहे करून बघ.
इथे वैराग्य येतं घरी वैताग येतो मला.
तर मला वैताग संताप वापरतो. कुटुंबानुसार सगळा होता तो एवढं करून तो आपण स्वतः निघून गेला नाही. हाँ
personal experience, correct or incorrect. After listening to these talks, Maharaj says to be active outside also. So the mind doesn't go there. Don't enter. This is the feeling I have. I don't know.
माझा अनुभव आहे बरोबर आहे का नाही माहित.
अगर मन का टूट जाए जिसे माझे से क्या करना बोल को
यू आर नॉट देयर इज इट.
उधर मन निकालना है जिसे तब आज मुझे क्या लगा
Where are you to go and do something? You are liquidated in this process.
बस
July 20th, 1980, evening session begins.
July 1980,
क्या सोचे मैं ढूंढे ना क्या सोचा ला मैंने बाल अभी मी वाचला कोणाकोणत्या
He says there are only words, and the words are emanating from one who has no color and design. That's why don't look at him. Only hear his words. That is the reason he says.
वो कार में कैसे मना करते व्यवहार करते आपके आप रास्ता बड़ा में नहीं आ सकते अच्छे हो जाए आपको बड़ा बोली
He says it has become very clear to him that although he knows what is going around, but still he knows that he is not one of these. He has no attachment for whatever is going around.
उनके रंग जरा ना ये ऐसा नहीं है हमका क्या हमको ऐसा नहीं है आपके यहाँ पर जाना है जब विशेष प्रोग्राम में गाँव से
So he is that principle which cannot be described, he says. And more so when that name was given to him, whatever name he is having now, when the name was accepted, then this has become more clear.
पोता वाला कचरा बोला तो
He said, when my true state is like this, as he described now, why should I gather people around me? He is asking.
तुम मिलाना शुरू कर मानो न होना हमने तो फोन तो कोई अच्छा समझो क्या कोरोना दोनों आएगा कोरोना कोरोना है अभी जून प्रणालाच नाव आहे. अक्षराने निर्माण होत्या सोमाचं ते समजून प्रणव त्याच्यात आवड विचारणे प्रणव आहे. त्याच्याने थोडं कार्य केलं हे मला स्वच्छ झालेलं आहे. पण याच्यात नाही मला अंग नाही. बोललो मी होतो ज्याच्यामध्ये जो पण मी होतो तो पण आणि बोलणे कमी मला काय समजत नाही. अजून बोलणे समजणे बोल नको ही तारीखाला काय समजत नाही.
In the body there are three entities: the vital breath, the beingness, and
Mind.
mind. And the mind. Mind means the language of the vital breath.
प्रणव आणि प्रणय आणि प्रणय सर्व काही म्हणतो आहे.
Because of the vital breath, there is that self-love. And because of self-love, we do all the activities. All the activities happen. Now, after seeing clearly that he is not one of these, he is separate from all this. That's why there are no activities. Voluntary, spontaneously things are happening, but he has no part in that. He says. That's why he is always quiet.
प्रणय तुम्हाला स्वच्छ दिसते आहे पण मी नव्हे असं दिसतं आहे पण तुम्ही नव्हे. त्याच्या अचानक मला काय विषय आनंद मुखवतो असं नाही नसल्यानं नाही त्यांचं माझ्या अंगाला किंवा कोणत्या नामरूपाचे अंग नाही. तो काय का हवी ते त्यांना वाटतं
So the vital breath, the mind and the beingness, he sees them clearly as separate from him. Whether they are there or they are not, he is not concerned. He says their presence doesn't give him happiness or their absence also doesn't give him any sorrow. So like that, that's why there is no word flow. Because of this situation, he doesn't feel, feel like talking.
आणि तो पानात बोल त्यांनी तो पानात सोडला घुमवला त्याचा त्याचे काय संबंध.
आता घेऊन पाण्यात सोडलं.
त्यांनी पाण्यात सोडले तो विरघळून गेलो. हा विरघळून गेला का त्याच्या बरोबर माझी कशी पण ते बाळाचे चालतं चांगले चालू आहे पण त्याच्यामध्ये माझ्या अंगात ते असतील नसतील काय काय पण असेल पण त्याच्यामध्ये माझ्या अंगात हे नाव ऐकलं म्हणून नाव तेव्हा त्या नावाच्या अर्थाचा परिणामाचा माझ्या होत नाही. कोणत्या आजारात पण ज्याच्यामध्ये जर माझा अंग नाही आहे तो नावाच्या अर्थाचा परिणाम मला कसं म्हणजे
doctor. So that's why doctor told him that you are sick and your sickness is this serious. But it had no effect on him because he says, I am not one of these. He is neither mind nor this vital breath nor this beingness. So how can he be affected by the sickness?
आधी आम्ही की अशा विचार ओढले किंवा विचार जाऊन पडले लगेच माझं मला जायचं.
So that's why he feels that he has nothing to do with the body. Suppose the body disappears, or suppose the body falls unconscious, he is least concerned. He has nothing to do with that.
दिवसा होणार त्या दिवसामध्ये अटकावून
Whatever is visible becomes slowly invisible. So that doesn't matter whether the body is or is not. It doesn't affect him.
जास्ती धर्माने मायबाप म्हणले कोणत्याही दृश्याला जाती धर्माने मायबाप कोणाला ह्याच्यापासून झालं म्हणून सध्या खेळून झाले कालांतराने पुन्हा दिसून झाले.
He says whatever is visible now really has no substance. What was invisible earlier has taken a form. But really the substance is invisible only. Invisible is the true nature. So that's why this visibility is only temporary.
अशा बोलणार लोकांनी काय लाभ द्यावा सुद्धा आहे का.
That's why he feels that now this talk of his, will it be useful to anyone? Now so many people are coming here to listen to him. If he talks in this fashion, is it of any use to anyone? He's asking.
इस्लाम पण
He says whatever knowledge you get here, that is useful only so long as you are not realize yourself. Once you realize, then it is of no use. And when you know it, then there are no defects. Describing knowledge as Vijnan, which is transcending knowledge. So really there is no customer for it.
तो जाऊ ऊपर पाम त्याच्यात चाल जाईल भूकल म्हणजे काय झालं बॉम्ब याच्यामध्ये जो भासतो आहे पण त्यांच्या लयाने याच्या अंगाला लयाच लागत.
You see, the existence of a jnani is felt because of the 5 elemental body, the 3 gunas, and the Prakriti Purush. All these 10 entities, they are responsible for the visibility of a jnani. But in reality, a jnani is similar to a hollow bamboo tube. If suppose that burns, what has burnt? There is nothing, is hollow. So that the condition of that hollow bamboo tube is similar to a jnani. So jnani is not affected by the 5 elements, 3 gunas and the Prakriti Purush.
बांबू तीन पोकळी जळली नाही ज्ञानात काही बघितलं नाही.
So if the hollow tube, bamboo tube is burned, inside portion, that air inside that tube has not burnt.
Hollowness is not burnt.
Hollowness is not burnt. Similarly, the condition of the body of a jnani.
पोकळ म्हणजे आकाश नाही नुसतं काहीच नाही.
स्वतःच्या मनाची कोण दिक्कत लागत नाही. कोण म्हटलं स्वतःच्या मनाची चापके ठोकले बालका पूर्ण घेऊन डवलं हे काय आहे त्याच्यामध्ये त्यांचा अनुभव मानला ओळख म्हणजे पकडली गेली नाही. त्या ओळखीचं नाव होईल किंवा नुकसान होईल हे त्याला खपत म्हणून म्हणून खूपच करले म्हणून ही चिंता असल्या मानणारा माणसं.
He is describing the state of a common man. He says common, normal, ignorant person is more worried about his possessions and his relatives than himself. He is prepared to die, but he doesn't want his possessions to go away or his relations to die.
ह्या गोष्टी कळतात. स्वतःची कल्पना नंतर ह्या गोष्टी
So this ignorance becomes known only when you know the true state, the eternal state. If you have a glimpse of that, then only you know your ignorance in this world.
नवा प्रकार नाही होतो. या ओळखीला जरा पैसेला आहे. माझ्याही मुलाची ओळखीने करायला त्याचा राहतो हे त्याला खपत नाही. हे दुःख माणसाला मरणाचं दुःख खूप कमी मरणाचं पण लहान.
He says man has less fear of death, but the fear is more that he is going to lose all his experiences, worldly experiences, which he has gathered through the five sense organs.
पूर्वी कधी ओळख नव्हती आत्मपणाची. जन्मावस्थेमध्ये ओळख झाली. जन्मावस्थेमध्ये ओळख झाल्यानंतर त्या ओळखीने याला पेटला. बाहेर त्याची चिंता त्याला पडलेला आपण आहे आता उत्तर त्याच्या आपला तो दुःख कारण ही नक्कीच ओळख झालेली नव्हती. त्याच्याकडे नवगाला नाही कोण कोणाचा होतं पण ओळख झाल्यानंतर निर्माण करतो महत्व आहे. कसं त्यांचं बोलायचं ओळख झाल्यानंतर मी आधी मागे म्हणजे स्वतःपेक्षा मागे आहे त्याची गुंतावली. मागेपणाचा जो असला आहे त्याची चिंता.
He says prior to the appearance of this I consciousness, there were no problems at all. But then what is called as birth, thereafter this consciousness, I consciousness or beingness has appeared. And this primary concept of I am has appeared thereafter. Now once that appears, then all your problems are created. So prior to that there were no problems, no attachment or anything. So once you come to know that you are, then whatever you get acquainted with, you get attached to that, and then you suffer because of that. When a man and a woman, they don't know each other, there is no problem. But once they know each other and become husband and wife, then the problem begins.
One is prepared to die, you are, not the other. So you are prepared to.
का पडलेला आहे.
So you are wrapped in that entity that is called as the love. And the love is acquaintance. The love develops only when that you know somebody, acquaintance. And then you are wrapped in that. That is the bondage, he says. On this, any question?
आपल्या मनात जन्मला आपल्या मनात
Initially, that self itself is love. The self itself is love. And so far as when you know somebody, then also the love comes in the picture. If you know something, then for possession or relations or friends, the love automatically comes. Love.
आपल्या मनातला या भक्ती मार्गाने भक्ती रूपाने त्याचे जर वाद झाले आपल्यापणाने तर अनुरेणू सकृपाने जेवढे माझेच रूप आहे अशी अवस्था येईल मागे अशी अवस्था या मूर्ती देहाचे ओळख या पुस्तक आपण हे पाप पूर्ण करेल
To consider yourself as limited to this body is ignorance, and that is sin, he said. But when you know the reality, you come to know that the whole universe is yourself. You are not confined to the body, but everything that is manifest is yourself. That is your body.
देवाचे चिंतन करून सकल देवाचं चिंतन करून आत्मचिंतन आत्मचिंतन बघायला घेतल्यावर ते आत्मचिंतन तेवढं अजून देवाचे चिंतन करून जमला कोणता फुला होईल आत्मचिंतन नाही
So initially there is a devotee and the God. Now devotee worship the God, but that worship has no end at all. So what happens? He stops that and he starts about thinking about himself. The devotee starts, instead of, he forgets the God and thinks about himself, and then that forgetting, that devotion comes to an end. There is no need to do any worship thereafter, once you realize. But so long as you consider God as something different from you, there is no end to that. You can't realize it.
प्रत्येक मनामध्ये प्रत्येक मला पण नाही प्रत्येक मनाच्या मागे जाणार नाही प्रत्येक मनाच्या
Whatever is going to happen or whatever happens is only within the field of the knowingness, he says. Whatever happens never goes prior to the knowingness.
मुद्दाम लक्षात सुद्धा ठेवून
It is you listen to this talk, but don't try to remember it. Because you are prior to the knowingness and you are unaffected, nothing can reach you.
जरा मी धर्म कर्म विरुद्ध याचा काय विचार न करता त्याच्यावर निवेदित कशावर बोलतो तो स्वतः चालत नाही. जन्म म्हणजे काय आहे? जन्म म्हणजे काय ते फक्त मी जाणले. बालकत्व बालन नाही, बालकत्व यांनी जाणलं आहे म्हणून आज बघा तुम्ही त्याच्यावर तुम्हाला शिकवणार नाही.
This is when I
असं काय आपण बोलतो देव धर्म कशात अनुवाद करतो.
somebody may get an impression that this he doesn't care for God and all that. He doesn't care for God, he doesn't care for religion, and he is talking. The reason is this. Child consciousness. What that child consciousness is, he knows that. You should understand that. How to be out of that child consciousness.
त्यांनी जर आपला धर्म सांगितलं तो या ज्ञानाने सांगितलं सगळं काय असेल तर मग मी काय ते तुला सांगितलं. पण बालगोविंदाचे दर्शन घेतलं पाहिजे, ओळखला पाहिजे बालगोविंद. हो म्हणजे इंटेलिजन्स ज्याच्यात बांधलेली आहेत, ज्याच्यामध्ये बांधलेले आणि बोललेले आहेत म्हणजे बांधले. ते कृष्णत्व म्हणजे अज्ञान ओळखा, ते ज्ञान म्हणून विकास वाचताय. गुणत्व काय होऊ शकते? ज्ञान.
Says Bhagavan Sri Krishna could write so much, could tell so much knowledge because he had also known this birth principle. He says you should know that Govinda means that child consciousness. Go means the sense organs, and one who is wrapped up in those sense organs is the Govinda. And one should know that Govinda principle or the birth principle. Then only you become free. So many people they tell to chant this name Govinda, but they only know that name. They don't know the truth. What that Govinda means. Huh?
कसं ज्ञान त्याला चालना म्हणजे दुःख सुख दुःख नाही. काय म्हणजे काल काल संपला वय संपलं.
He said, now what is the time? It's 6 hours and 5 minutes now, evening. Now he says, do you have any sorrow that it has passed 6 p.m.? Do you have any regret for that? No, there are no regrets. Similarly, he says, when the life comes to an end, that life means time, comes to an end, the realized has no regrets for that. He doesn't regret it.
कालाच्या हुकमाशिवाय सगळं माणसं चालतं. कालाच्या हुकमाशी काल म्हणेल त्यापर्यंत काल म्हणेल त्याचं चालवत.
At present in this world, all people have to follow time, isn't it? They have to follow this time for going to office or for doing any work.
कोणाचे उपकार नाही माणसावर.
So who is ruling man now? Time. Time is ruling. ट्रेन बस विमान वेळेकडे विमान सुद्धा वेळेकडे लक्ष नाही दिलं.
तिला देखील लक्ष करायचं त्याला ज्ञानी म्हणायचं. या गोष्टी जाणून त्या वेगळा आहे काय संपला पण ते नाही नव्हते.
So who is a jnani? One who knows and one who sees that the time has come to an end, but I am not. I am still there.
त्याला एखादा घेऊन काय समजून त्याला
You could understand this.
हे गंध माती अंधपैकी त्यामध्ये काय ठेवलं वाटतो पण नंतर त्यांचं 4-5 पिल्लं बाहेर आउट.
One egg is lying, small egg is lying somewhere. It is hidden. People have ignored it. But from that egg, a reptile comes out. A snake comes out. Then it becomes dangerous. So long as it is egg, nobody knows it. Nobody knows the importance, what it is. But when the snake comes out,
एवढ्यासाठी अंड्यातून फार थोडासा साप तयार झाला थोडा या नाही अज्ञान आहे एवढ्याचं अज्ञान आहे की नाही
so initially when it was a small egg, it is ignorance, harmless. But the same, it becomes a big snake after some months. And it becomes dangerous that time.
पराशक्ती परावाळे पराशक्ती पाण्याचा गुण आहे. याच्यातून बोलते अंदामध्ये केसाचा तुकडा सारखा तुकडा दिसला की 7 प्रत्यक्ष दिसला.
It is very likely that in that egg you see something, a very small thing, like here.
केसाच्या तुकड्याचा तुकडा म्हणे मला साथ दिसला.
You don't see the full-fledged snake. No, only a small. You don't know earthworm, something like earthworm, perhaps.
But later, I think this animal is coming out of the water. But it's transparent. That's all.
पूर्ण वाहन साफ कसा काय दिसणार ते बारीक
जशी आपण लाल घडते मला ते लाल घडते लालीचा जोडा दिसला त्याचा दुसरं काय दिसणार त्यावेळेला लाल म्हणते लाल्याचा तुकडा असं तो म्हणतात ना साकार झाला गुणवान झाला त्याच्याच गुण निर्माण झाला.
It is something like water is thread like thick, which you could see.
Later story is like a worm, little worm. When it's going to break, you'll see it. That one is sitting there.
एक एक बोट पुढे जा एक फूट पुढे
Come forward section.
विजय म्हणजे उद्भव होणे ज्याच्यातून उद्भव होतो त्याला बीज म्हणतो.
He says you should know the seed. Any big tree, ultimately it is in a small seed. So you should be able to see that big tree in that seed itself. That's how he is able to see, he says.
निर्मितामधून मोकळा झाला या प्रकाराच्या गुणाच्या
But still he says that because of the grace of the Guru, he has transcended this field of consciousness now.
ज्ञानाचा प्रत्येका उपयोग करू शकतो.
whatever you have heard now for the last 1 hour or so, whatever knowledge you got now, can you make use of this knowledge? Use. Okay.
और ऐकल्याने काय होतं हळूहळू आशा इच्छा वासना कल्पना पळून जात आहे.
Although there is no use, but because of listening to this knowledge, he says all your desires, cravings, all your desires, cravings and concepts are dissolving.
Definitely. Oh, no doubt.
आपण होऊन जात आहे जे काही होत आहे काय केल्याशिवाय.
No, and without doing anything, they are dissolving, he says.
Definitely. Oh, already got over.
कपाळ काय करू हट्ट घेवाले तुझं घडणार नाही.
So whatever otherwise is very difficult to get rid of, it is automatically happening, spontaneously is happening without any effort.
ज्ञान बोलतो आत्मज्ञानाला फक्त आपण दुसऱ्या कामाला आम्हाला कशाचं आम्हाला माहिती नाही. आम्ही फक्त
So when he talks about the self only. He talks about himself. He doesn't know anything about anything else. He says, other than self, he has not seen anything else. He has only seen the self.
त्याच्याला उन्नत झाली. आमच्या बोलण्यामध्ये कृष्णाचं बोलणार आमच्या बोलणार ही जगणे नांद घेतली. बाकी ज्यांना जगणे घेण्याशिवाय मोठा वेळ नाही पण त्यांना हक्क नाही.
Those people who do not have knowledge about the self, their own knowledge, they have to quote others. What Krishna said, what Ram said, what that book said, all this, they have to refer to others. They cannot say that this is their own knowledge.
त्याशी म्हणाला मग शंकर असं म्हणाला लक्ष्मी असं म्हणाला मग विष्णू असं म्हणाला. ही जजमेंट पण बोलतात.
That's why you can judge a person by his quotations. He has to quote somebody, this fellow, that fellow, in order to say what he wants to say. He says they want to speak that way and the listeners also want that way.
आणि वाचन कधी गप्पा मारतोय आल्यावर काय तू बोलतो तेव्हा आल्यावर काय बघा कृष्ण असा म्हणावं.
So when they are listeners, they are how do you say you are right? The speaker is saying something, and the listeners they ask him, and how do you say it is right? Then he says, "No, Krishna said like that." Then he is argument.
ही वाच म्हणजे वाद साधू जमात.
He says the common man or the ignorant is totally dependent on others. Whereas a sage is independent, totally independent. He doesn't depend on anyone.
आणखी समजा त्याच्या लक्षावरून त्याच्या लक्षावरून त्याच्या लक्षावरून काय समजा पण जे तुम्ही समजा त्याच्या वाचा वाचणार. आणखी उच्चकोटी समजा आपलं समजणार पण शेवटी तुमच्या सेवा झाला राहणार नाही.
It says you may consider yourself to be whatever you want, whatever you like, some great man. You will think that you are a great man. But whatever you think and whatever you consider yourself to be, that of course will not give you company for a long time. You have to forget all that.
तो पण तुमच्याकडे राहणार नाही. तुम्ही असल्याच्या दाखवतो आताच्या असं करेल बघा.
1980 morning, Monday.
July 21st, 1980, Monday, morning session begins.
पण प्रवासी आहे. अरे प्रवासी आम्ही नाही. आम्ही जा. प्रवास बघणार शाहीपणा त्याला नाही. आता आदरतो मुलाचा नसलेले अनुभवात काय येते समजाच्या काळामध्ये पुरातन बीजाने पुरातन केल्यावर झाकण पडलेला आणि नवीन निर्माण झालं नाही. वाहून घेत नवीन झालं पुरातन झाकलं गेलेलं. अशा पेपर मध्ये आलोय 45 तास पाऊस पडला मुंबई आणि तो अनिवार्य पडणार उत्तर प्रदेशात गावचं गाव बोलून गेलं. मुंबईत गाव
जगाची पूर्ण नकाशे
सगळं मात्र पडते झालेले आधी कला म्हणून करता येत नाही. आरले पडल्याचे आज मिळणार नाही. जाणार तरी कुठं कामांचं बांधलो सगळं सोडून करून मोकळं करायचं असतं ते आता होणार नाही. कमी कमी उत्तर
गरीब पुष्कळ बोलला असणार जास्त बोलला
discussion last night. This point.
July 21st, 1980, morning session continued.
This point. Rather, last meeting, Maharaj said that this is what I understand from Maharaj. That due to the we were not afraid of that, but to lose all the things we collected. So then it's found in my mind that every night I want to lose everything in deep sleep. So then we raise the question: is there ignorance in deep sleep? Because still there is some entity which is there. But Maharaj said that he is aware of being asleep. We are not. I am not. He's not. From what I understand.
You are not aware of your sleep.
Not conscious.
Okay, come. Just as you said, you are not afraid of death. You are afraid of the things which you lose.
But every night we lose.
Yeah. So what he says, first of all, whatever you love, to which whatever you have been attached in life so far, you don't like to lose that so quickly, and therefore you're happy about it. Now you want to say that this also happens every day, including your sleep, and then yet you are not afraid of it. And secondly, whether Maharaj is aware of his sleep, right? तुम्ही म्हणतात जेव्हा झोपतोय
मनाचा अनुभव नाही. मनाचा विषय असतो. मन आलं की हात नको.
When he says, you see, because there the mind is not there, you are not afraid of it. पण त्यांचं म्हणणं असं की मरणाच्या वेळेला सुद्धा मनाचा अनुभव नाही आहे, मग भीती का वाटतो मरणाची?
ही काही सगळे आपलंपणा आहे ना, काय आणि गुणाचा आपलंपणा आहे ना, तो आता तुटल्यासारखा वाटतो. नियोग होतो, नियोग वावलंच नाही.
You only feel, you see, that this identification with the body or mind is going to go further and change the person. In the sleep, it is not going to go further, it comes back again. Right? Yes, you remember. की आपल्याला झोपेचा अनुभव म्हणजे झोप आपल्याला झोपेमध्ये सुद्धा आपण आपल्या ह्याच्यामध्ये असतो स्थितीमध्ये किंवा अनुभव होतो.
स्थितीमध्ये राहावं लागत नाही. स्थितीमध्ये सांभाळावं लागतं. स्थितीमध्ये काही सांभाळावं लागत.
See, there the point is only one thing. You see, in any particular state, you see, in your true state, you don't have to remain in true state at all because you are always in true state. When you come out of the true state, you see that is when you are actually working with your mind. Then you know that you are not in the true state. You see, therefore the unhappiness is there. So there is no question of being, say, or establishing yourself in a true state. You're already there. Nothing is happening there because of the mind. You see, the duality comes in. Mind is always split. You see, the duality has come in, and therefore you feel you are separate. Therefore you are afraid.
आपण माझे दोष माझं आहे तुमची काय म्हणतं माझे काय नव्हे तसे माझे काय सुद्धा माझं रूप नव्हे तुमचे काय रूप माझं रूप नव्हे तसे माझे काय आहे माझे रूप नव्हे तेवढं सांगायचं बरोबर आहे सगळी तुमचे काय आहे माझं रूप नव्हे
It's a very plain, simple thing.
देहाचं आया माझं रूप नव्हे
He says my body is not his body. That is one thing that you have understood. But he says my body also is not my nature, my true self. It's not my body even. Not that you say I am not one.
हे माझं रूप आहे हे माझं रूप आहे म्हणत हे माझं रूप आपण म्हणतो ही पण काय आहे ते पण काय आहे
When the body is there, you see, when your body I see, I don't say that that body is mine. And when I say this is my body, but he says I am convinced about it, and this body also is not my true self. That's all. But see, the world, which is not a fact, he says I am not there, existing as the personality. Therefore, the world is not there. It's not true that you say I am there and the world is an illusion. No, world is not there because I am not there.
बरोबर आहे तो आता बाजूला होतो
Whatever association with the body and the mind is there, it is because of love. Love for the body, love for the mind. That is going to go away, therefore, and nobody likes it, so everybody is afraid of death.
माझ्या पद्धती बरोबर सध्या
Both
Deep sleep as well.
bodies,
In deep sleep, there is also ignorance. So,
yes.
because it's part of the two stages.
Sorry.
The world is given to me by my sins. Sins.
But also your sin to think that the world is right.
By senses. So that gives you the feeling that you are. But when you are beyond that state of I amness, do you experience then anything? Because there is nobody that experiences. Do you ask me?
I'll ask you. First of all, I want the clarification from you of your question. When you say that the world is there, I get the sense of the world, therefore I am. Whether it is true or whether it is true that I am, therefore the world is there.
No, the world is.
Is the world first or is
No.
you are first,
Yes.
right? Then you get the sense and you get the feeling of the world, right?
I think there would be
Yes.
a world.
And the second question is when you go beyond. What is the question of beyond? Who is to go beyond?
Yeah, who has?
Who has to go beyond and what?
Yes.
Beyond what?
Yes. No. Who is when you go beyond. Who senses?
And who senses also that he has gone beyond? Do you know anything about that particular thing which goes beyond or which is
No, I don't know anything.
Then
No.
how do you say that you want to go beyond?
Because
But या जगाचा मला जो अनुभव आहे.
Because Maharaj is always talking about his experience. It's his experience. So he got the impression that this absolute state, he can experience this absolute state.
पण आपण मला जो अनुभव येतो तो अनुभवाचा आपण बोलतात तिच्या स्वस्थितीमधून म्हणून मला विचारायचं आहे की जे इंद्रियातनं जे ज्ञान होतं त्या ज्ञानाच्या पलीकडे गेलं नाही म्हणजे अनुभव येतो का म्हणून त्याला विचारलं पाहिजे म्हणजे इंद्रियात जाणारा कोण आणि इंद्रियाच्या पलीकडे जाणं म्हणजे का याचं तू काय सांगू शकतोस का मग त्याच्यावर त्या ग्रस्तांनी सांगितलं
मला पलीकडे येणार अलीकडे येणार अजन्माने अजन्माला
He is there beyond, he is not even prior. He is never born, he is never going to die, whatever he is all the time. There is no question of going beyond and there is no question of from the prior state also.
From the what?
From the state which is prior. One is beyond, one is prior. But that is not true. It's only an idea to remove all other ideas, the idea was given to you. But in reality, it is not the truth at all. It doesn't teach anything, it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't come anywhere, it is whatever it is.
हर जाने के पोल वास्ते मुझे अभी थोड़ी की कमी करे
The child which is not born, is where does it stay beyond or earlier or prior? Where does it stay? The child which is not born at all. Right there. That's the expression you must have all the time.
अब पोल समझतो कशामुळे घेऊन ते काय आहे बघितलं का ज्याच्यामुळे तो आपल्याला पोल जन्म समजतो हे म्हणून काय तुला कळलंय का
You think about the birth, you see. Have you understood what is the meaning of birth? So therefore you are talking, you see, going beyond or going to the prior state, you see. Do you know anything about your birth? Do you know anything about the child birth which you have taken? Do you know anything about your ignorance also?
I don't know that I am born as a child. I don't know it.
मला काही माहित नव्हतं.
कोणतरी मुक्त आहे मला काही माहिती आहे पण त्या मुताचा वाद फुगून नाही तुम्हाला मुतलेला नाही तो मी मुतलेला नाही पण तो वास मला आवडतोय त्या वासामुळे मी वासच मी म्हणतोय
Somebody has been wants somewhere. See, I don't understand what is the meaning of that. But I smell it and I feel I like it very much, you see. And you have become one with that. Not only you have become one with that, you have become that only. That somebody has urinated and you feel it's a very nice smell. And you are feeling, you see, you are that smell itself. It is like that, you see, you are born, you feel you are born, and you are identifying so much with your birth, you see, that you feel you are born.
मी मुतलेला मला अनुभव नाही तो मला माहिती पण वासाचा मुताचा होतो मला कळणारा मुताचा होतो पण मला आवडतो
I am not related. म्हणजे मी मुतलेलो नाही.
मी मुतलेला नाही
That I know for certain.
आणि हे मुताचा वास मला येतोय तो मला आवडतो आणि त्याच्यावर माझं प्रेम आहे
Thereby, what he wants to say is, see, that you don't know anything about your birth. Yet you say that you are born. And you are identifying so much with the birth and whatever happens subsequent to the birth, that you take that as a fact. But you have no knowledge of that at all.
I think that birth is birth that you are born. Does that mean that you are identified with things and your body and your
Is it not your own experience?
It is.
It is your own experience, really. When you feel you are born and are you not identified with the body and the mind?
I think myself and relations, etc., are kinds of
identifications. Yes.
That identifications are the things that are born, but that I'm really not born.
तो म्हणतो की जगातली सगळ्या लोकांची लाईन संबंध वगैरे त्याचा जन्म झाला असं वाटतं पण मी काय खरा जन्म म्हणून नाही
पण तुला जग दिसतोय की तू आधी बघतो की जाणवत दिसते त्याला जग म्हणतो की ती जाणीव तुला जाणवते त्याला तू जग म्हणतोय जाणीव असं म्हणजे म्हणशील काय
What do you experience first? That you are, that knowledge, you experience that first? Or do you experience the world first? Because you are, but the world is there. If that you are is consciousness, that feeling, that knowledge I is not with you, world also is not with you.
There was a time that I really thought that there was a world and that I was there too, that there were two things. But now it's really other thing. I know that there are senses. I know that. I know it.
एक वेळा मला असं वाटायचं की जग
ज्ञानी झालं त्याला जो वाटायला तसं वाटतो पण जे वाटतो त्याचा कमी फरक करायचं आहे वाटणार तर नाही
Even now you might feel that the world is there and you are in the world, you see. Even a jnani might feel the same thing. But it is not true. You are all the time prior to the existence of the world.
It is not sure because
It's the environment that it looks real. It was a light only.
त्या ठिकाणी लेसर नावाचं एक शोध लावलेला आहे किरणाचा. त्या किरणामध्ये पाहिलं 3 म्हणजे एखादी गोष्ट कुठली बघितली तर त्याच्यामध्ये खोली आहे, लांबी आहे, रुंदी आहे, सगळं दिसतं वाटतं. पण असं हात घातला तर काही नसतं, नुसतं किरणच आहे. मग असं म्हणणे जगाचं हे आहे.
जगाचं म्हणजे तुला तू असं जाणवतं, जाणवीच आहे. तुला स्वप्न म्हणजे दिसते, ती जाणवते, जाणीवाची दिसते. जाणीव नसेल तुला काय दिसते?
He doesn't bother about the world first at all. He bothers about his own knowledge and the consciousness which appears on him. He is worried about that only. He says if it is not there, that thing is also not there. So you start from here and then find out what is the world. Find out the nature of this I, the consciousness appearing on you. Try to find out that. Don't try to find out anything about the world because you are not likely to get the correct picture. Unless you know the nature of lesser being, you are not going to find out anything in it. So you know the lesser, from where it comes, how it comes.
Yes, yes.
That's all. Whether you are going to find out there whether the solid thing is there or not, it's immaterial. Unless and until you know the nature of this I. The starting point is the source.
The experience that I am on a kind of kind of
Walking on a sword.
तलवार ह्याच्या टोकावर बसल्यासारखं तलवार तलवारीच्या वरती बसल्यासारखं मला एक प्रकारचं हे वाटतं.
तलवार आधी तू स्वतःवर बसलेला आधी.
And who is also first there? One who is sitting on the sword is first, or the sword is first?
Wat is er eerst? Jij, die dit gevoel creëert?
Back to that point, you see. You discuss anything with him, but he will come back there.
that you must not concentrate. That you must concentrate on the I, on the I am. That means the I am, which is not a state.
म्हणजे आपण सांगतात की मी
एवढं जगाचा बीज आणि तोड ते आहे. अगदी जगाचं बीज आणि तोड.
he tells you only because that's the seed. That's the conscious, that is the seed from where everything comes out, you see.
जगाच्या फळाला बीज शक्ती आहे. आणखी बीज शक्तीचा अनुभव असला की जाणी आहे.
You see all the wide universe, you see at the bottom of that universe, that seed is there. If that seed is not there, the universe is not available to you. But the tree which comes out of the seed, try to find out the seed. That's all.
युद्ध करण्यासारखं बोलणार. पण सांगतो मी बसून
Here you see, when you sit and ask questions, you say, all your respectability will go away. All your respectability, you call this a person, you have a name this person, you feel I am like this and like that. All those things will be wiped out here. So he said, I advise you, in your own interest, go down. Go home. Don't sit.
जगाच्या फळाला डाळी नाही दिली. जगाच्या फळाला डाळी नाही दिली. आता तू आहे हे कशाचं बीज आहे? बरोबर.
So he says, you see, when you say I am, he is the seed of what? Have you ever thought of that? I am taking you back to the seed, from there I am discussing everything with you.
तू कोण आहे? तू कसला तरी बीजाचा अनुभव आहेस की नाही?
That you experience yourself, you see that you are. This experience is the result of some seed. Have you ever tried to know what is this seed? How you have come into this world, into the so-called objective world? How have you come by birth, isn't it? And what is that birth, you see, is a union between husband and wife, is it not? And therefore you are this. You are actually the effect of that seed. So have you ever tried to find out that? That's what he says.
तू हे ओळखलाच का तू? आणि ते कोणाचं नाही?
That you are the seed. And you are somebody's seed. Have you ever tried to find out that? So you are going to lose all respectability that you think I am born and like this, I am Dutch or I am something like that. All you are going to lose here.
Yes.
That's for you. I
know that.
So have you investigated the fact, you see? What is this seed? What is this seed? How you have come into this so-called world?
तू कसं जरी बोलत नाही आहे
It was ignorance.
You are
बोलत नाही कसं नाही कसं बोलत नाही
how you come into this world? Is it done to the union with husband and wife, and your parent, father and mother, parents? You come from them, and what is that seed then? How you come into this world? So-called world, how do you come? This body, mind, how you just come into this world? Have you tried to invent it?
बोलली आहे तू असं like that
Because you were a fool.
मला असं नाही वाटलं
If you have known everything about it, you would have come into this wide world.
But first I hadn't any form listed.
पण मला काही पहिल्यांदा आकार वगैरे काही नव्हता ना.
नाही नव्हतं
So
पण तुला आकार आकार नाही
even now also you don't have form.
बिजाचा आकार आहे आकार
It is not your size, it is not your shape, you see. It is the shape of the seed.
It's the form van het zaad van je vader.
It is the form of the seed.
Isn't it the nature of the seeds that it grows like the seed of a tree? It's first, a little seed. Then it becomes.
या बीजाचा धर्मच आहे की नाही असं मोठं होणं झाडासारखं वाटलं असा धर्मच आहे नाही कधी स्वभाव. It's the nature.
It's nature, yeah. So, I'm not to blame.
Nobody's blaming you.
Pulling the seeds.
Nobody's blaming you.
No.
When you come back to the seed, then you find out in here.
Yeah, but that what is given in the seed must be foolish.
हे म्हणतात की बीजामध्ये असेल ते मूर्ख असेल, बी काही मूर्ख नाही.
पण ते मूर्ख आहे
बी मूर्ख आहे. That is the seed is
मग ते घालून ठेवलं कशाला मी मूर्ख असलं तर घालून गेलो
because the seed is foolish, you see, that's why it has come like this.
तुम्ही केलंस ना
You know that you are not the seed, is it? That you are not the seed. Are you convinced about it? But the seed, then don't worry about it.
Als je niet happy bent, dan ben je ook verliefd op niet en maak je geen zorgen over. Dat moet je nog stellen.
Because this laughter is not too foolish, is it? This laughter.
काम काय आधी भगवान पिता मूर्ख म्हणाला ज्याने बरोबर
Although this is the original foolishness, the seed is the original foolishness, yet what big titles are given to that? To that seed. It is the God itself, you see, creating the world. What names have been given to those seeds? In the foolish world, of course.
काम करा आणि त्याच्याने जन्म झालेला आहे
That is the tradition. you see.
परंपरा आहे त्याच्याने जन्म झालेला आहे
Seed is the tradition, you see. And the whole wide world is full of those seeds, you see, of the foolishness. The objective word, what it means, they find just completely foolish. It has come from the ultimate tradition of that seed. To grow is also a foolish tradition. When it brings the way naturally you feel, it's all natural. But it's all natural, everything is in foolishness. For you, your true state, there is no growth, there is no decay, there is nothing at all.
It has no basis. It has no basis.
It is the basis.
It is the basis, yes, but it has no basis.
हे म्हणतात ते काय हे शरीर मला करतो काय
See, this also talk is possible when you talk through the seed, that which has come out of the seed. Now, if you understand that you are not the seed, if the seed is not there, then what are you going to think about or imagine about? What are you going to think about? Can you make a statement also there? So the next moment, what will be there?
चिट बजायला लागला
Are you going to change the seed there? As long as you accept the fact that seed is foolish, you see, this moment or next moment, question is going to be foolish.
Yes.
And if you don't have a question right now, you can't have a question also subsequently. You are concerned only with life. And how do people? Oh, we see म्हणतात म्हणजे दुसरीकडे काय म्हणायचं मला बघायचं तुम्हाला सांगू काय शरीर जगायचं कसं एवढंच सांगायला पाहिजे काय बेसिकली और अदरवाइज how he would live, you tell him. You claim that you are a doctor. Oh, only by mind, only by mind.
मणी
He is right. My daughter. No.
Like you try to die, you mean to say?
No. One is to have the effect of Chandra Nadi.
म्हणजे दुसऱ्या आणि कुठे टाकला
हे डॉक्टर साहेब नानाचं नाव घेतो
पाचशे भांड्या प्रत्येकाला नाव घेऊन त्याची आणखी कर्ज व्यवहार करतो कसं काय करतो तुमचं बोलणं सगळ्यांचं
Nothing.
त्याच्यामध्ये आहे त्या सीटमध्ये त्याचा म्हणजे आहे त्या सीटमध्ये
all the 5 elements and everything is in that seed itself. All the objective world itself is in that seed. Whatever you can perceive, whatever you can see, whatever you can experience, everything is in that seed itself.
Just developing. It's just grown up. You can stand in the corner and see it's just unwrapping.
Who is it you who is standing there in the corner? I'm going to observe. The one who has come out of the seed or one who is beyond the seed, is prior to the seed.
Beyond.
Or the prior, which before the seed, one who knows the seed. Is he going to stand outside and see the seed? Or the one who has come out of the seed is going to observe it? Who in you is observing now? The one who is from the seed itself, you see? Or one who knows that he is not the seed?
The nose is out. That's that really are. Because it's still seed.
Yes.
There's something developing. Something unfamiliar.
Yes, but who knows this? The one who comes out of the seed knows that it is developing? Or one who is prior to the seed knows that it is developing?
It's prior to the seed. Beyond the seed.
जे बीज आहे ते वाढतं आपोआप one who is observing that the seed is developing is observed by who? By this person.
I can only say that I know it. I can only know and say that I know that the seed is developing. That's what I know.
मला फक्त एवढंच कळतंय की ते जे बीज आहे ते वाढतं एवढंच मला माहिती आहे.
I'm sure about it.
आणि त्याच्याबद्दल पूर्ण खात्री आहे मला.
I have no doubts about it.
मग प्रश्न बघायला म्हणतो why are you asking the question? If the seed is growing, because that will do with you. Why are you worried about the seed in development? Then why are you asking the questions? If that's your experience. It's for sure you say that the seed is developing. That's your experience also.
Yeah, maybe these questions are coming out of the Stanton, coming out of the rests of my foolishness.
Right.
But it's still. It's like the car. You put it out and it's driving a little bit on. It's maybe an excuse. It's an excuse. It's an excuse, I know.
He says when you are talking about the seed and the question you have understood about the seed, then you are asking this question in such a gross foolishness that I would have asked you to get out of this hall. But I'm still entertaining questions from you. Still entertaining questions from you. It's my compassion to you.
I think this from now we get to wow, I can go with that, huh?
Yeah.
Dat is zoveel werk aan besteden.
म्हणून तुम्हाला माहिती नाही, तुम्ही बोलायला लागलो.
Maar hij heeft zoveel toepassingen. Maar wij zeggen,
राज्य विचार झालं म्हणजे काय? हा रुपयासाठी बाजारात जा, मग रुपयाला काय काय मिळतं बघ, आणखी तुला काय सांगायचं? रुपयाने ना बाजारात जा.
He says the coin is given, you are asked to go to the bazaar and buy something. You know what you can purchase with that worth is 1 rupee. Say our coin is 1 rupee. You know what is to be purchased from that. All the details are to be given to you or what. You know what can be purchased from that, isn't it? Once you know what is the nature of the seed, how you are observing the seed, then why are you asking the questions which come out of the seed? The seed which is not you. Who is asking this question? Your personality which is asking the question, you see, which is the ignorance, is the product of the seed. But you are not the product of the seed.
बाजारात गेल्यानंतर रुपयाला हवं ते मिळतं, तुला मिळत, रुपयाला मिळतं.
So whatever you see, whatever experiences you get through the subjective seed, there can be any experience, you see, but it is not your experience. Experience is of the seed, and you are not the seed. If you have understood this, you say for sure you know that the seed is developing, and you are an observer of the seed getting developed, you see. Then how can the questions come out of the seed? What is from the seed when I have not understood what is the seed, how I accept the seed. When you accept the fact you see that you know, then don't ask this question.
dat ga je accepteren.
You are the disciple of Walter King, isn't it?
I beg your pardon.
Walter King is your guru, isn't it?
काय नाव त्याचं?
Malay company.
Let's take it new. We are not determined another Krishna.
Nobody knows how they share because of the and because of
कारण पुन्हा मला भेटत कोण तुला सांगतो.
त्याच असं नाही तुम्ही की पाहिजे असं याच्यावर माहिती काही तर आपण परत दुसरं पद्धत चर्चा करून आपल्या काही शंका आहेत त्या साफ केल्या जातील.
शांत आहे आता अनुभव आहे का?
नाही ना म्हणूनच तर त्यांना तो किनारा शांत आहे अनुभव नाहीये म्हणून त्यांचे प्रयोगाचं हे चाललंय सगळं.
कशाचा किनारा आहे? चक्राचा.
परंतु असे काही आता जगामध्ये आता काही सायंटिस्ट आले त्यांना आता वाटतंय की याला किनारा या चक्राला किनारा आहे का काय?
किनारा आहे पण त्याला शेवटचं आहे.
तेच त्यांना आता कळायला लागलं ते त्याच्यावर आता प्रयोग करताय. म्हणजे आईन्स्टीनच्या ह्याच्याप्रमाणे प्रकाशाच्या वेगाने जर तुम्ही गेला तर प्रकाश म्हणजे काळ थांबतो. हा त्यांनी प्रयोग सिद्ध केली इज नाव इफ यू गो ॲट द स्पीड ऑफ लाईट.
काय लावायची तू असल्याचं ज्ञान नव्हे काय?
बरोबर.
आणि लाईट म्हणजे प्रकाशच म्हणजे प्रकाशन हे एकच आहे. टाइम प्रकाश हे एकच आहे.
सगळं एक आहे, दोन सिद्ध केलं.
नाहीच आहे त्याला.
मला गजात कळले त्याच्या बाहेर नाही.
महाराजांना प्रश्न विचारला होता म्हटलं मी आयुर्वेदावर विचारला ह्या लोकांनी काही रिसर्च केलेलं नाही तो ह्याला कळलं मला ही मुली ह्या रोगाला ते ध्यानामध्ये जाऊन दे इज टू प्रोपिशिएट आय एम दिस आणि तिकडे ते उत्स्फूर्त त्यांना हे व्हायच्यात ऑल दॅट पॉवर लाईट विथ इन यू ओनली.
ज्याने आपलं ध्यान वगैरे
तुझं आहे सगळं ते.
हा एव्हरीथिंग इज देअर.
डिझाईनच आहे.
बस.
आय ते डिझाईन.
molecular carbon to molecular formation, he got in a dream. He didn't work it out. तो विचार करून तो ह्यामध्ये गेला तो ध्यानातच गेला आणि ध्यानात झोपला आणि मग त्या स्वप्नामध्ये डिझाईन सगळे
रिलेटिव्हिटी झाली आहे.
कशाला घालायचं?
कशाला करायचं काय कळलं.
नाव कोणाचं नाव कोणाचं? मग कसं उभे ना
पण ते मध्यंतर काय ना म्हणजे अंधाराचं मूलपणाचं तुमचं सगळं तत्व दिसते
सगळं आहे त्याच्यात.
तुम्ही ह्याच्याकडे पडलं होतं मला तुम्ही प्रधान मिळले मी तर या प्रमाणे आहे If you don't have a question.
21st July 1980, evening session begins.
या व्यवसायामध्ये काय समाधान आहे तरी काय करायचं.
He said for many centuries, the Western mind, the Western people, they were not interested in these spiritual matters at all. But now they have realized that in spite of all their riches, money and everything, they cannot get real peace. So they want to find out what is the matter, why, what is the reason why they can't get peace. So they want to, that's why they want to find out the truth. Find ultimately what is truth. To get some idea.
Somehow,
The nearer you are to the truth, you lose interest in all these worldly affairs. You don't have any interest.
may I give some example? I was
लाखों असं घेत या वर्षात थोडं गेल्यानंतर त्याच्या उद्योग
The common man, if he gets some profit, some money, he will jump over it. But after getting this knowledge, and the nearer you are to the truth, you lose all interest. Suppose you have to put in little effort and you get a lot of money, but still you don't feel like doing anything. Like that.
त्यामध्ये त्याला आस्था लागते त्याच्या जेंटली पण
So such a person who is nearer the truth or who has known the truth, he will not have any particular special interest in anything. He will act in the world. He will look like an ordinary man, but he has no real interest in anything. No special interest. Just by the way he will do his activity.
कार आहे त्याच्या मुलाला म्हणजे आपण काय आहे याच्या मुलाला त्याच्या निवाडावर हात पामाचा घ्यायचा ह्याचा निवाडा भागात म्हणते श्वास बनलेला आहे म्हणजे मृत्यू सौदा बंधन कोणता होतो त्याच्यामध्ये स्वार्थ असलेला आहे तो स्वार्थाने तो शांत होतो कसा शांत होतो त्याला व्यक्तित्व नाही बोलवायला व्यक्ती म्हणून तुम्ही राहायला त्याच्यामुळे स्वार्थ भावाने व्यक्तित्व त्याला मिळतं ह्या गोष्टी मोठं व्यक्तित्व होते त्या आकांक्षाचे ओळख पण त्याचा निवाडा झाला जीव जगत त्या व्यक्तित्वाला स्वार्थ नाही आज केला मुस्लिम लोकांना बिलकुल त्या गंगाप्रमाणे श्वास आहे दुसऱ्याला पाहिजे दुसऱ्याला ह्याचा निवाडा झाला म्हणजे व्यक्तित्वाला असं अर्थ नाही स्वतःचा असं व्यक्ती असं नाही म्हणून व्यक्तित्व
He said, what is the sum and substance of spirituality? He said, nothing else but to come to a decision. You have to give a judgment about the self, the Ishvara and the world. What is this? What is this? I means what? What is Ishvara and what is the world? You have to dispose it off. He says this is all filled up. It is permeated with selfishness. Selfishness due to you are associating with the body. I am the body. Therefore he says right from this world, this mortal world, up to the highest, up to the heavens also. A person has the concept that heaven is there and this world is there. But this is, he identifies from the standpoint of a body. Therefore, even if he goes to heaven, that selfishness will not leave him. So once he understands what these principles are, then he dissolves his individuality. And in the process of dissolving individuality, that swartha, that selfishness vanishes. Because he is no more individual, but he is manifestation. He comes to that conclusion.
तो पण अशा प्रकारे व्यक्तित्वाला लोभ आहे पण व्यक्तित्वाला नमुना आहे स्वतःच्या आपल्याला अमको पाहिजे की तमको पाहिजे स्वतःचं कळलं आज याच्यात मार आहे बाकी सर्व कल्पना पाहिजे
One has greed so long as one thinks he is an individual, he is a personality, embodied person. Until then the greed, desire will be there. Once he knows he is no more an individual but he is manifestation, there is no question of any greed, any desires.
आमच्याकडे आलेला कल्पना मिळणार नाही
People when they enter this place, they come with lot of desires, they have got lot of concepts. But after listening to the talk, all their desires and concepts are liquidated. So he is left with no desire.
अरविंद गोष्टी केवळ तपस्या केली आणि त्यासाठी कल्पना का निर्माण केली देवरूप मला निर्माण करायचं आहे आणि ती जगामध्ये बदल करायचा आहे ही कल्पना केली परमात्मा मिळाला
त्यांनी खाली आणतो म्हटलं, स्थूल जगात आणतो म्हटलं, सुप्रामेंटल
केवळ कल्पना तो बनत नाही की आपल्याला आपण असं ठेवत आणि जगात त्याचं अंश जमला आहे असं मी ओळख लागलो आपण असला जगात जातं त्याला तुझ्याच वडला का नाही बघितलं म्हणून त्यात तशी म्हणते
sometimes even so-called great sages also get told here.
नाव सांगा
Even of the order of sages like Aurobindo Ghosh, he was very eminent, very high in spirituality. But he had a very fond concept of his own. And that is, he was going to bring down the supramental state up to this gross world level, to human being, to a man. He said, it's only a concept. How can you bring supramental, that subtle state, to a gross level of an individual? It's a good concept, and people would like it. But it reveals one fact, that he didn't understand that conjunction, that point of meeting point of that formless state into formful state. That point we had not recognized.
आपण
Again, because he didn't recognize that point, that I amness and that no I amness. That, how did that combination, conscience came about? This he could not recognize. That's why you are still reveling in concept, good concept.
पण त्याला स्वप्न पण त्या स्वप्नावर त्याला अनुभव येईल.
Then somebody expressed doubt. A stage of that order, making such an idea, such a grand concept, will it not be fulfilled? So Maharaj said, possibly he would, because he would create his own dream world. In his dream world, that particular supramental brought down to the human level could be fulfilled, but in his dream world.
त्याप्रमाणे आपल्या संकल्पाप्रमाणे अनुभव येऊ शकतो. पण त्याचा रेल्वे निर्माण करतो त्याच्या पुढे त्याच्यासाठी संबंध नाही.
He says, he or whatever that organ goes, that causal body of him, as we produce our dream worlds exclusively for us. My consciousness creates a dream world exclusively for me. Similarly, he will create an exclusive dream world for his causal body and get the satisfaction of that concept.
त्याच्या लिंग ज्याला स्वप्न निर्माण होऊन ते बघू शकतो. त्याला सरकारचं कारण काय मुळामध्ये आधार नाही ना त्याला. याच्यावरती ताकद आहे. त्या मनात ताकद ताकद आहे निर्माण करायची संकेताप्रमाणे. ही जे अनुभव तुम्हाला अनुभव देणार तिथे ताकद आपली मास मध्ये मिळणार.
When these great stages of great potential, when they decide a concept, they decide upon a concept. That concept is bound to be concretized, but in their dream world, because that is the power of their consciousness. That way, the consciousness of every person is very powerful.
त्याला मदत कोणाला गाडी पाळलेली आमच्या मला खाली अडकलेले होते नवीन तो घाबरलो.